All right, welcome back to another episode of Jack Stands and Tree Stands. It's a big day. We got my brother coming in from Kansas. He's got the injection pump for the IDI, so we'll be doing that today. Also, we got some parts in for the tractor. We got the sediment bowl and fuel tank. So we're going to be doing that today. Also, my brother's got to use my truck to haul a friend's camper from Kansas back to Arkansas. So we need to change the transmission fluid on the Duramax. So we might show that too. We got a lot going on today. I'm just up here getting the battery charged for the IDI and making sure we got some things going our way. So again, thank you for joining in. I had 7 or 8 views on the last video. No one subscribed. I don't know. No likes. So if you've seen this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe or not, that's fine. Not doing this for any other reason other than just old projects, fun stuff, tractors. We got all kinds of things going on. So again, stick around and see what kind of trouble we get into. All right, well, while we're waiting on my brother, we're gonna pop off all the lines and probably the return caps, unplug this, fuel shut off, just get some things ready for when he gets here. The guy can't sit around and do nothing. We'll have to pull this cover off to get to the back side of the bolts of the injection pump, pull off throttle. We got quite a few things to do. So I'm gonna get started on that. And I do have a tripod this time, so bear with me as I try to figure out how to set this up. It's not gonna stay very well. All right. Pretty sure these are 5/8. I want to say they are anyway. Yeah. Oh Lord. Oh. Take all these off. That one. Got some bubbles on that. Okay. The guy is short. Oh. Not like Derek. Sasquatch. I gotta have a ladder and all that stuff. Oh boy, that one's just on there. Get off here. Yeah. That one was on there. Maybe. There's that. I got these short arms. All right, those are off. Now we'll go on to unplugging these. Oh, great. That broke. Oh man, that thing is just... We might have to address that. Boy. That wire is just barely hanging on. Let me get you over here and take a peek. Sorry if it's shaky. Yeah. We're just gonna... There you go. Brand new. All right. I'm just gonna get this off. This hose. That throttle. And then I'll pull this cover off. And we'll come back. All right, I've got updates. So I took that cover off, and back here, you know, you can't see it, but right there is a bolt I gotta get done. And there's another one on this side, but as you can see, there is just all kinds of stuff in the way. So I think I'm gonna have to remove the high idle, and I've already unplugged it so I can get to that bolt that's on the back side. But yeah, it's yeah, I can't get a socket in there. It's gonna have to be a wrench. And then it's going to be really fun on this side. I tried to remove this coolant hose, but as you can see, this is original hardware. Yeah, this side come off, but that side, nope. Well, let me get to thinking on this, and we will see what I come up with. Great. All right. I got more updates. So I got those bolts out. I cleaned up there. You can see the line that we'll need to line up when we put the new one on. And fellers and fellettes, you got to work with the tools that you have. These are like 12 points, and a regular socket won't do the trick. So I had to get a 5/16, and then I used a 3/8 as a cheater. You got to use the closed end to get those out. I'm working with the tools that I got. So now the issue is I can get to these two bolts just fine. A little oil there. Goodness. But there's a bolt backside down there that I have no idea how I'm going to get to. I'm going to have to use wrenches, obviously, to get that out of there. So I'm doing some thinking. Again, I can remove this hose, but even then, this is going to be in my way, the housing. I'm getting a wrench down in there, and you can't see it. Let me see if I can shine a little light down there. Boy, well, it's down there, and gonna be a booger. But let me do some thinking, and we'll see what we come up with. All right, updates. Taking it out. Yeah, we got some vacuuming to doing.
Oh, yeah.
Take care of that. Justin made it.
Yeah. Not slow.
Here's the old pump. Here's the new. So we got to swap out the lines, put them on the new pump. First we got to clean up that mess, and then we'll get to work on that. Oh, injectors too. Yep. So
Don't want to vacuum this up.
what is that? Oh,
You dropped.
there should be a washer in there too.
Getting places now.
Yeah. All right, that should be it.
Is there any baby chicks in there?
I hope not. Shouldn't be any baby chicks. Oh yeah, looking much better. So yeah, we'll get these swapped over, but we're gonna do the injectors. So we'll get that done and come right back.
God. Okay. Can't do X. Okay, did we really put those that tight?
No, I don't think so.
It's my weak arm.
Let me see. Get a little bit of leverage here. That's much easier with all this stuff out of the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that one's gonna be a booger. I'm telling you, I'm gonna fall off this ladder again. I don't want to do that. Okay.
Right.
They're all loose. Okay. Okay. All right. So, old injector. So what we did was, when we thought we had an injector problem, we changed the new ones out, back out, and put the old ones in. And we had to use the new O-rings. So now we got to pull these off the old ones and put on the new ones. So we'll knock that out real quick. Basically the same thing on this side. So yeah, don't want to be boring. All right, that side's on, or those are in anyway. Now the next side. Which is not so fun to get to. I do remember. Yeah, just snug.
No, you want these tight. It's a crush washer.
We'll go on and do that, and then the other side. All right, updates. All those are on. All those are on. So now we're gonna kind of clean out that valley and a couple of these others now that everything's so open. Probably clean that up too. Get this out of the way. So yeah, we're moving along. All right. Lift this up a little bit. Here we go. Maybe. All right. So the way we're doing this is we're keeping these on because the height and it's just easier, I think. But you got to take all of them loose from the pump. And I already see a problem we're going to have. We won't be able to.
Mm-hmm.
We won't be able to move this.
So we're just going to take those off because you know those brackets are going to go back on because you'll see the...
Yeah, but it's nice to know what position, you know, they're all going to be moving, I guess. Okay, maybe that won't work. New plan. Maybe it will. There's enough clearance. Like that. But I do want to, I think we should shoot some brake cleaner down these, don't you? Make sure they're clean.
Yeah. You're going to run all the clean diesel through there.
Alright. Now,
So,
we can use this as a template.
these two.
These two. This bottom one and this other one.
Two, skip one. And then skip one. Or
Yeah,
skip
it'd be
two.
this one. It'd be this one. Now, okay, we can see that other one. Problem is, we need to, no, we don't have to take that off yet, do we? Yeah, we do. Because this nut's got to come off.
Yeah, it's fine. We can do that last though. Well,
I just don't know if it's going to be easier. You know what I mean? Too small?
mm-hmm.
Oh, they're up here. Carl has a 5/8 and a 9/16.
5/8 was too.
Well, this is all crooked. What am I doing? All right. some gunk in there. Oh, it's got an O-ring on it. And I think that's what's in here. O-ring right there. Yeah. That look good?
Looks good. It's not cracked or anything.
Not swelled out.
No, a little bit. Just fine. I don't think that's that, is it?
There's no other place for an O-ring. Because this one would actually go on this part, but it came with one.
This goes on the other side, don't it? Let's see, or we
No, there's not one on.
no on the plate up there. Or I had to dig out that silicone.
Oh, that small one? No, I think that's too small. See, this is that plate. I think it's too small, I think. Yeah, see, I think it goes on the
Son
end.
of a.
See, it just came with one. See, this one is all jankered.
Oh boy.
That'll be good. All right. Okay. All finger tight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is not easy. The snow goes up some other way. I can't do it in the truck.
Top ones you can, just not the bottom ones.
Okay, well, you get the point. We got to do that to the other side. And then we got to put this little valve, I'm going to call it, on the other one. And that'll be done. Alright. Now I got to remember how I got this out and
Yeah.
I've got to go down and back.
Yeah, then.
And this is my way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
I'm just gonna say, don't catch that gear.
I'll try not to. Well.
How'd you manage that?
Okay. My ladder about gave out. Finding that dowel pin is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I'm going to pull it back out a little bit so I can see where I'm at. I'm missing it just a little bit. I can't see it.
Yeah.
I see that dowel pin. I can't see it. Yeah, we're off. I'm gonna have to turn this. Because I'm hitting it. Yeah, it's up. How am I gonna do that? Well, this is a struggle. All right. We gotta think about this for a minute. All right, well, after some finagling, we got it. So what I had to do was come in where the bolts go in to the pump from the gear. I know I'm probably gonna get criticized, but I took a nail, lined up the holes with the pump and the gear, spun it until it went on. So, little tip, if you are running the same issue we are, or did, just try that out if you don't have any other ideas, I guess. So now we're gonna put the bolts on and go from there. All right, what Justin is doing is lining up the pump with the line that's on the fill tube casing there, so we make sure it's still in time. Definitely want to make sure you do that, or to be cattywampus out of time. And snug up the top bolt, and then we'll work on the other ones, and then back to putting on, at least partly, you know, putting on the lines for the injectors, because we'll have to bleed it. So we'll come back for that. All right. After a lot of struggles, got all the lines on, shut offs hooked up. We're to back the throttle down quite a bit, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Not even touching the high idle. But yeah, we'll crank on her, at least get some fuel to her. Make sure we got fuel coming out of the lines. And see what happens. Alright, so we think we got all the lines bled out, but we've got to give it a little help. It's starting to slow turn on us. So we hooked up, well, we had this going the whole time. So we hooked up the old Duramax and gonna give her a little help. We're gonna let that charge for just a little bit and go back to cranking and see the moment of truth. All right, well, we've cranked on it and cranked on it. We bled the lines and we're getting no go. We'll let her sit here and charge for just a few and maybe give it another go, but she's not one to pop off, even with well, brake cleaner down the yap. Don't know what the deal is. All right, so we watched a few YouTube videos on this. So we're gonna try to bleed from here, re-crack all the lines, get a good steady stream coming out of these, and it's gonna take a lot of bleeding. So we're gonna do that. I don't know how much we're gonna show you because it's gonna be constant. They say about 2 minutes, maybe more, but we got all chargers, truck going, plugged in the block heater, so hopefully that gives us a little bit of help. I mean it's warm and it's like 75 degrees today or something, but we are in the, you know, the formerly known chicken coop. So we're gonna give this a go, see what happens. We also decided to, you know, just gonna crank on it and bleed it, bleed it, and bleed it. So we'll update you on what happens. All right, got updates. So we've been bleeding on the injector lines, getting a good stream of fuel. You can see we're just letting them all squirt out like that and closing the ones that are doing that. She wanted to pop off a while ago, so making progress. One thing that I've noticed in other videos it doesn't tell you is this, your solenoid right here, this housing gets really hot. And it may be because, you know, we're running a battery box and a jumper cables on the Duramax, who puts out a ton of power. Maybe too much for this old Ford. I don't know. But we're letting that cool down and batteries charge up some more, and we'll go back to cranking and seeing which ones are spitting the juice and tighten those down, wait for some other ones and do that until they're all doing the same. But she already wanted to pop off, so we'll see. Once we get to a point where we think it's gonna go, we'll bring you back. And this guy's thinking really hard about something.
Yeah, it's been a long progress.
He's a man of few words. But anyway, we'll bring you back when that's done. All right, updates. So we bled all the lines and it started popping off. So we closed all the lines and I started bleeding it from this right here, what Justin's pointing at, which is a return line. And it would fire off and then die. Fire off, die, fire off, die. I did that a bunch. So what I did is I loosened that hose, we fired it off, and it stayed running. So what we think is that return line is plugged between here and there. So we're gonna take this off, check it. There's a little distribution block back there. Yep. And we'll check that. There's a line that goes back to the tank. So what we're thinking is maybe the line back to the tank is also plugged. So what we'll do,
Back pressure.
yeah, we're getting back pressure. So what we'll do is remove that line, and what we may do is take that line wherever it's at down here,
Shoot air through it.
going back to the tank, shoot air through it, or possibly run it into a separate container to see if that helps as well. So she fires, dies, and then again we remove that line from there, just loosen it and let it spray fuel out, and the thing runs like a dream, right, Justin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sewing machine.
A sewing machine. So we're gonna do that. Give us a few. It's gonna take a little bit. We have diesel literally everywhere. Yeah. Is it on the windshield?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, we got diesel everywhere. So this injection pump is working like a dream. So yeah, we got a lot to do here. So we're gonna get that done, and we'll be back with updates. This guy's got a serious face.
I'm just thinking that could have been a problem the whole time.
No, we're not gonna think that. It was the injection pump. We'll be back. All right, so we shot some air down the return line. I heard it pop in the tank. She did fire up. Sorry we didn't get it on video. But, listen. Ninja. Bring the thunder.
What's gonna happen? This.
Boom. She's alive. Burn like a kitten. She smoking? Give her some gas. Not bad though. Not bad. All right. Might need to bring the idle up a little bit, you think? I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna let her run for just a minute. Bring her around. We're gonna change the oil on it, and yeah. Oil gauge don't work, so we can only hope we have oil pressure. But yeah. All right, well, you may notice it is dark outside. So while we were running the truck, we wanted to see if we can get the thermostat to open, which we do not believe it did. So we had to make a run to town for parts, coolant. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
No, it's not.
Coolant, and then whenever I got under the truck and checked the coolant line underneath, it has, well, junk in it. So we went to town, bought a thermostat and 8 gallons of coolant. So we're going to change that out and drain the system, flush it the best we can, and then we'll work on we'll change the oil, and hopefully that'll be it for this pig for now. And then we'll pull the Duramax in and change the transmission fluid on that. So yeah, got 8 jugs, thermostat. So yeah, no, we have not even messed with the tractor. Haven't done that yet either. So we yeah, we're just burning the midnight candle, as they say. So we'll check back whenever we're done with that, and we'll be running the coolant system to see how that goes. Okay, so thermostat's in. Let me tell you what, that's a pain. Coolant lines on, putting the oil, add a little zinc to the oil, and well, you see that over there. It's real thick. But yeah, anyway, getting the oil in, we'll put the coolant in, and we'll fire her up. Alright, so we replaced the thermostat and so forth, but it's leaking still. So it's another day for another problem. Alright, so I forgot to do an outro video. Yeah, it's going good. So we worked on the IDI till 1 o'clock or so. Then we changed the transmission fluid on the Duramax. It runs, the IDI, Duramax is fine. And we've got to get the thermostat situation figured out. But it moved under its own power in 20 years out of that chicken coop, which we pushed in there with a tractor. But it runs. So now we need to do fuel tank, brakes, which they work, kind of. Sorry for the bumps. They work. Need to bleed them, check them. And then, yeah, just start going through it. But thanks for tuning in. We got the tractor to work on still. We got the tractor to still work on, but that'll be another episode. But thanks for tuning in. As usual, on every YouTube video you see, comment, like, subscribe, or don't. That's fine. And see you on the next one.